didn't even do the video yet because Vic wants to eat chips, so I think we want to dabble in ASMR. So I'm gonna let Vic eat some chips.
My favorite, well, one of my favorites. You wanna bite? No.
I'm talking really quiet because Ava's sleeping. But oh, she's so cute. What's up, YouTube family? Today or tonight, I am with none other than my baby daddy, husband, best friend, Victor Shane.
Hey.
So, before we get into anything, we're gonna need you to. We supposed to be like in sync, like like and subscribe. This is the this is the problem with like me. I be wanting him to like know what I'm thinking, and when he don't do it, I get mad. But like, how am I gonna get mad off of something that he don't know? Like,
I'm just staring at the screen. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, y'all.
And share. Click the bell notification when the video comes up, uploaded, all that good stuff. So, you know, leave a comment if you guys have any questions or just sharing your thoughts. You know, we'd love to interact with you guys.
Is this supposed to go in the beginning or the end?
We asked our audience.
Oh, let the professional say what we gotta say. So this is what Vic was trying to say. We went on Instagram and we asked our followers to give us some topics. So we have the questions. We got a bunch, but we wanted to just limit it down to what, 7? I feel like a lot of y'all asked the same question, right? But we're just gonna get into some of the questions that we have. So let's get it. Our first question, I have it from It's Ellen. Elaine. I'm sorry, Elaine.
It's Eileen.
So we're gonna start with the first question, and it's from So the first question, and it's from It's Eileen, and her question is, how or has parenthood tested your relationship?
We were just kind of talking about this today, actually. Being parents, you know, you're so used to being with each other, and now that you bring a blessing in your life, a lot of the times I'm sure parents or couples forget the aspect of continue to build on the relationship with each other. But in our case, of course, our marriage, it could get really tough sometimes, and sometimes you put being a priority over being a partner, and sometimes you just realize you're doing so much of all these things for your kid that you just forget each other. You know, I think that's one of the main things. But you know, you really just do your best to keep everything in place. You know, happy wife, keep a happy home. I mean, that could always include taking care of, you know, your little one, but it's definitely important that it may get overlooked sometimes like that. Especially it's even harder in times like COVID. You can't even spend time with each other because there's nowhere to go. You know, like if you want to go out on a date, I mean, you could, but you know, you risk your health, and that's the scary part of it.
And we were just talking about it. I personally feel like Vic has loved on me even more since becoming a mama and him becoming a dad. Like, our relationship got stronger since Ava's been born. I've worked on my communication with Vic a whole lot more since Ava's been here, because for us, it's like, if I don't tell Vic what I need, I can't sit here and also be mad at him when he doesn't do something. And with Ava here, it's like forced me to get out of my head, like he should know this, and be more like, baby, can you help me with this? So I think being parents helped us even more.
Right, our next question is, can we get some marriage advice from Kavana? What's a good marriage advice? Because there's just so many, and everybody's in different situations.
I'm gonna say communication. Okay, communication, first of all, God. Let me put him up there first. Some type of relationship with God, because when you're mad at each other, or when, you know, y'all are not having the best day, or you're feeling like we're not hearing each other, or there's a disconnect, having God at the center of your relationship is something that you both can mutually come back to. Anytime I was down, or anytime where I lost my way, or me and him got into it, like, you know, he grabbed me, we need to pray, and that brought us back to bases. So I definitely feel like God is one and communication is two. You need to know how to communicate. I can't sit here and think Vic's gonna know what I'm thinking. I can't sit here and think that, you know, we've been together for 6-7 years now, like, you should know me. Like, no, like, just communicate it. Spare you the anger or the attitude, and spare him the wrath of how you're feeling, by just communicating how you feel.
I think my marriage advice is be open to change. Having an open mind about everything. Like, I am big on individual growth, but also growing together with your partner as well. Because a lot of times, if you can't, how can you help someone if you can't help yourself? Being open to change is very important, because it's not always about like, well, you're gonna love me for me and this is it. You know, like, when you're in a marriage, you gotta be willing to work through everything. You guys are gonna face a lot of difficulties, and yeah, you're really gonna learn how to change and grow together.
Take notes, y'all. God, communication, being open to change. All right, there we go. Next question. As an interracial couple, were both of your families accepting? So just to let you guys know, if you don't know already, I'm half Black and half Filipino. So I'm already in an interracial family. Vic coming through wasn't like a surprise or like a shock or anything. It was more so like, you look Filipino. Like, at least on my Filipino side, everybody thought he was Filipino. To answer the question from my side, my family was accepting, and surprisingly to me, his family was super accepting. The first time I met Vic's parents, I was outside of his house. This is like, mind you, like, I've only known him for like 24 hours at the time. Outside of his house, his mom and dad are pulling out of the garage, and I'm like, fuck. Like, they're like, hi, I'm Thomas, this is my wife Sophia, and I'm just like, oh, hi. My experience with Chinese people, I'm used to getting followed around in stores, them being scared of me, and I just felt his parents wouldn't accept me because I'm Black. But it was not like that whatsoever.
Luckily, my parents were very accepting, because I know there's a lot of different families that aren't accepting of their children dating outside their race. And my parents have always raised me and my sister, you know, as long as you're happy, we're happy. And they were very open to letting us try things, you know, really just like letting us spread our wings. You know, they never had a problem meeting Erica. They never judged her or viewed her different. Like, they loved her as if she was their own daughter.
When I met Vic, I personally thought he was Filipino. It wasn't until I heard his last name that I was like, you Chinese? Like, yo, your parents ain't gonna be fucking with me. Right? But then it wasn't even like that. And it's still not like that. They love me for me. They love my parents. We're all family.
You know, we have a beautiful daughter that's Black, Filipino, and Chinese. And she gets the best of all worlds. And that's a blessing in itself. And
food,
Oof.
Honey. Mm-hmm. We got the chicken, the macaroni and cheese, and the greens. We got the lumpia, the pancit. I like palabo, personally. We got the longanisa. We got the adobo. And then we got the what? The pafai young. Wait, what is it? The shit that your dad just made for Vic?
Pagwat fun.
Fuck, there we go. I'm learning.
But yeah, my dad's a great cook. He knows all these Chinese dishes.
Chicken curry.
You know, we get blessed with all the great Chinese food.
I mean, everything. These next couple questions are kind of like the same question again. Yeah. So I'm just gonna read them out and then we'll answer accordingly. So Janelle asked, how did y'all meet? Daniel asked, where did you first meet? And then Shiloh asked 2 questions. The first question was, how did you guys first meet and how did you plan your proposal? So we'll answer Shiloh's last, that part 2. But where did you meet first and how did y'all meet? Can I tell it? Or
yeah,
tell it?
She tells it the best way.
I love telling this. Okay, so we met on Tinder.
2015.
2015.
We don't even know how Tinder is now. I'm sure it's changed a lot.
I know, because some of my friends are on it and they talking about super likes and all sorts of stuff. It's crazy. Because we didn't have none of that back in the day. So back in the day, 2015, and it was this boy's spring break. I'm over here on Tinder. He's on Tinder. We just swiping away. And I ran across his picture. And I'm actually going to insert his profile picture because to this day, that picture is, every time he calls me, that's his screen. That's his picture. Anyways, so we swiped right on a Monday. And we were talking. And I have the conversation. I'm going to insert the conversation. I saved it.
Oh, God. So cringe. No.
So I'm just going to say, because I memorized. I know what it was word for word. Vic's bio was like, good guys still exist. And then it was like, let's work out, right? And I see it. And I'm like, and so I message him. I'm like, good guys still exist. And this is what this sweet man says back to me. Yeah, let me show you. Can I take you on a date? I'm just like, okay.
I'm only here for a week, y'all, you know.
I was like, cool. Like, I'm like, ooh, take me on a date. Okay, whatever. So Vic asked for my number. Actually, no, I think you gave me your number. I think he was like texting me or something.
Yeah.
And I think by Wednesday, we met in person because I had to make sure I wasn't getting catfished. And I didn't. Kinda, sorta. Let me tell you what happened. So, Vic, and I'm gonna post the pictures. I have all the pictures from his Tinder. Vic looked so tall. First of all, any boy posting pictures with a basketball and pictures of his long ass legs, like Vic's pictures were so deceiving. His pictures were so deceiving. I thought this fool was like 6'1", played like basketball. Like he does play basketball, but like I just thought he was hella tall. And what comes with hella tall is a deep ass voice most of the time. So just keep that in mind. I meet Vic in person, right? I'm on my lunch break. He parked outside of my job. Get up in the car. This fool, voice.
I have a higher voice. Okay, I don't really have a deep voice like that. Let's put it that way, of course.
I was shook. I was like, did I just get catfished? And then on top of that, he was not looking at me. So imagine I'm sitting in the car and this fool's like this the whole time. Yeah, you know. Oh, what? Cool. Like looking out the window, like as if I catfished him.
I was so nervous talking to her. Like it was one of those things where like if I looked her in her eyes, I would start cheesing too much and
I felt stupid in the car. I'm like, anyways, so we talk or whatever. I leave because my break was over. And I'm just thinking he was not feeling me. And then I was like, did I get kind of catfished? Like, he don't look that tall in the seat and his voice is hella light. Vic texts me after talking about some, yeah, so do you want to go on a date? And in my head, I'm just like, what? I'm just like, you weren't even, and I called him out. You weren't even looking at me. Like, you feeling me that much? And he was like, yeah. But I don't even remember I don't remember what he said. Friday comes. We go on a date. Now, this is all I remember from the beginning of the date. I remember it was hella cold. And I think I had on like a dress or something. I don't know, trying to be fast, you know, trying to be cute. And Vic was like, are you sure you want to wear that? It's cold outside. And I was like, why are you stopping me?
It was cold that night.
It was cold.
For where we were going, at least, too. So, you know, it was dinner and a movie.
Where did we go, baby?
Down at North Beach. You know, I used to always go down there before I grew up. So every time when I visited back from college, you know, I'd always take my visit down there and go to Fisherman's Wharf. So, you know, I wanted to take her there. Eat sushi on Columbus Ave, you know.
Hella good.
It was good, you know, got snarled. That's when I asked her about the whole PDA question.
You asked me when we got to the pier.
Oh, did I?
This is why I gotta tell a story.
But, you know, we went to Fisherman's Wharf after that.
You gotta tell the story, babe.
Okay.
We get down, we have sushi or whatever. Then we drive down to Fisherman's Wharf. Right when we get there, the first stop that we make is at this hot chocolate bar. So we get a cup of hot chocolate. And Vic's like, oh, is it okay if we share? Yeah, like, I'm down with that. And then that's when you asked me, as we're walking, Vic asked me, are you down? Like, are you cool with PDA? And I'm like, I don't know what that is. And then he's like, yo, like, public display affection, like, it's okay if I hold your hand. I'm like, oh, like, you can hold my hand. And we're walking, holding hands. And then we first date y'all, like, holding hands with him. And then, like, we walk all the way to the back of the pier. So as you're walking around on, like, the wooden dock, you can see all these, like, are they walruses? I can't even say.
They're seals.
Just seals. And they would, like, making hella noise and shit. And I don't know why we thought it was okay to just sit there, hold hands, and watch these seals just kick each other off of the little wooden water beds that they have. And then, oh, sorry, were you gonna say something? Because I'm winded, y'all. I be talking.
Nah, she has the best memory, so.
Thank you.
So she can go ahead and tell us.
I was gonna say next was that after that, we went to see Fast Five. I fell asleep on him. It was hella late. And then that's how we met.
First date.
First date. And of course, we met in San Francisco, just to put that out there.
It was a month before, you know, I was graduating and I was ready to move back home. I was sick and tired of being in LA, the heat. You know, I just want to be home, my friends and family. I couldn't wait. And looking forward to coming home to you.
Damn.
That's why I had to take the megabus back up.
He did that.
He was still feeling your boy.
I'm feeling him still.
Despite what she initially thought of me, you know, must have left a good impression.
That body. I'm about to insert a picture of
No,
body.
No.
That body made up for height, voice, everything. Shiloh's second question was, how did you plan your proposal? That's all Vic. So go ahead, baby.
At first, I wanted to do, you know, text all our close friends. I was planning to do like a karaoke type event, you know, and then some life events happened, and then, you know, that didn't come to fruition. So we ended up going to Disneyland. And we go to Disneyland every year for the Christmas decorations.
We don't go when it's crazy. We go right when they put that tree up.
Yeah. Early November, so, you know, we try to make it beat it before the crowd. So we get there on November 11th. 11 is a really special number in our lives. Her birthday is on the 11th. My basketball number is 11. It's just our favorite number. And November, you know, 11/11, right? So, and we always wish at the time at 11:11 p.m. We always make a wish every night, I mean.
Yeah.
Now, I have the ring in my bag. I think this is a good part that you tell your story of your point of view.
Okay. I was hoping that Vic was going to propose to me that year. If there was going to be any day I would have wanted him to propose to me, it was going to be on November 11th. We get there, and I was thinking to myself, like, Vic would never propose to me at Disneyland. I just didn't think that. So the fact that he planned for us to go to Disneyland that weekend, he hella threw me off. That morning that we were getting ready to go, I wanted to like iron Vic's clothes. I'm like going in his backpack, and he's like, I got it. I'm just like, oh, it's okay, baby. Like, he's like, no, for real, I got it. I'm like, baby, it's fine. Babe, I got it. And I was like, ugh. The third time, you rubbing me the wrong way. So I'm like, all right, whatever, right? I let it go. While we're at the park, I just remember, like, I tried to sit on Vic's lap. I don't know, did you nudge me off of you, or like?
I kind of had to sit differently because this is a story of like, I can't just have it in my pocket. I had the ring box, right? So what I did was I put it in my pants so I could walk with it. It's still, you know, you can't really notice it. And I was so nervous going through the metal detectors that it was just gonna ring and then they're gonna be like,
what's in your pants?
Like, and it would ruin the whole surprise, right? Because I wanted to pose at the nighttime. And going to Disneyland at that time was random. Like, you know, it was like, hey, let's just go to Disneyland, you know, like, because she was going through some things and I just wanted to go at that time, you know, just to make her happy, you know. It's a beautiful, magical place, right? It's Disneyland. I mean, luckily the metal detector didn't go off, so we're safe and sound. There's one time like she wanted to sit on my lap, and I was afraid that she would sit on my lap and feel the box because the box is pretty thick. Like, it's like this thick. I wasn't gonna carry the ring and risk losing it. But so, you know, the day goes on. She was a little bit on the sad side.
Because of what I was going through, not because like I wanted to be proposed to, but like I want to say there was another time, I think there was twice at the park where you were hella mean to me. I don't know, something else happened and it made me hella mad to the point where I was like, you're being hella mean today. And he's like, oh, nothing, like, and all the while, like, obviously, like, I didn't know.
Trying to go for everything, and mind you, like, the box is like, you probably can't see. I literally had to keep switching it from each leg to leg because it kept rubbing against my thigh and it hurt. You know, it was sharp on the
I can't even imagine.
Yeah, and just like, you know, trying not to touch it, you know, like I try to have her stand on one side of me so, you know, like her hand don't hit it or something like that. Anything that will like mess it up. So, you know, throughout the day as we go, and it's a long time, like from morning to like 12, you know, you're watching like world color, the fireworks and all that. So my plan was to propose at the wishing well. You know, a lot of people get proposed at Disneyland, and that's one of the signature spots. It was a great idea for me to, oh, why not propose on 11/11 at the wishing well? Like, you know, how cute is that? You know, I'm gonna get it on video. As the night goes by, we're just sitting there, like, just like, oh, we're just so tired. We're not really that into it. We gotta wait till, I mean, I'm telling her, you know, we gotta wait till 11/11 and, you know, make the wish, you know, throw the coin in the wishing well and make our wish, you know, like it's gonna be special. She was not into it. She was just like, I'm just ready to go home. Like, I'm cold. I'm tired. You know, when it's pretty dark.
It's
in there.
hella dark.
We're seeing people keep going, buying stuff, you know, taking a look. And I'm just hoping, like, it'll just be us two. So, you know, it'll make it that much special. Literally, right before, it was like, this is like 11:05,
probably like 11:08
or something. Someone proposes at the wishing well. Literally, I was like, oh my God, this guy was just stealing all my thunder. And this was her reaction.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Like, oh my God, like this can't be happening right now. You know, like this is all going through my head. Like, he really just proposed to her right before I was supposed to propose to her.
Mind you, keep in mind, I never would have thought Vic would ever propose to me here. So I'm just like, we really just here just to make a wish.
Yeah, and I wish I got video, but it was just way too dark. You couldn't see nothing. So when 11/11 came, you know, like, you know, hey babe, you know, hey, let's go make our wish, you know, throw your coin and then wish. So of course, you know, I flipped my coin into the wishing well. And then obviously my wish would be like, you know, I hope Erica, you know, I wish that Erica says yes. So, you know, we're standing next to each other, you know, closing our eyes, making a wish. She was standing there for so long. You know, like I just, you know, maybe my wish was just like a 2-second wish, but you know, like I quietly, you know, stepped back and, you know, I'm on my knee just waiting for her to be done with her wish. It was like a long like minute, and it feels like forever because I'm, you know, I'm popping the question, and then when she finally turned around, finally doing the wish, she's just shocked.
My senses went out the window. I don't remember breathing. I don't remember blinking. I couldn't hear. He was literally talking to me. I couldn't speak. Did I say anything? We're gonna put a picture. Like this. We're gonna put a picture. I had a big ass,
I could barely see her.
Like an Eskimo jacket on.
But yeah, you know, like I'm just, you know, just telling her how much I love her and, you know, how much she means to me. And you know, she did hear none of that. You know, of course, she had her hand out for me to put on the ring, and then, you know, I was just so super excited.
Hey guys, so we talked your ear off. You know, I hope that you got to know us just a little bit more. Those are all the questions that we decided to answer. Thank you to everybody who did answer our questions. Sorry if we didn't get to answer your question. I didn't want to make this a super long video because you're going to get to know us more this year, but we just wanted to give you like a little intro to us. Ava looked like her daddy. This is Ava's face. That's my baby face. Anyways, thank you guys so much. If you liked our video, please remember to like and subscribe. Hit the bell to get our notifications because we're going to be coming with more. I like jumping my words. I'm going to put subtitles when I talk. We are going to be coming with more videos. And be ready because it's still quarantine and we got a ring light, we got a microphone, we got a camera, and we just going to be using it. And now that Ava is sleep training, we got more time on our hands. So, thank you, Badu family and our Chang Dynasty crew.
So stay tuned
for more Chang Gang. That should be like our thing.
Chang Gang.
Chang Gang. Gang gang. Mwah.